Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, I've returned to Dana Point and we arrived this morning a little after 6 a.m. Joining me today are Ryan and Quan. Here's a nice shot of the sunrise. We're still inside the harbor and our plan today is to fish the barber poles, which are about 2 miles away from where we are now and west of the harbor. Here I'm at the barber poles, and as you can see, the conditions aren't too bad. A lot less choppy than last week, but the first fish I land is this mackerel. I plan on using him as bait for bigger fish this morning. So I cast out another shrimp, and this was a surprise. I've never caught an octopus out here in Dana Point, so this is a first. I ended up releasing this one. Well, things started to slow down out here, so we decided to move, and we went about 2 miles north to the kelp area, which is close to this red buoy where seals like to hang out. And the first fish I land here is some kind of a hybrid. It looks like a sand bass, but he had spots on his nose. But he was small, so I let him go. Right now the swells weren't too bad, and the wind was up to about maybe 3 to 4 miles an hour, so nothing we couldn't manage. But I cast out another shrimp, and I land this small sheep's head. Here we're right by the boiler rocks. There is Quan, and there's Ryan to my right. Now, because the water is shallower here, it can be a bit more turbulent. I like to fish in about 8 to 12 feet of water, which is really close to the boiler rocks. That's where you'll find a lot of the fish and get a lot of activity happens around there. But you have to be so careful because of the depth. A swell can turn into a breaking wave that could easily topple your kayak. So you just need to be always on guard, pay attention, and avoid those swells, or be prepared for when a swell turns into a breaking wave. These guys are really good about it. They were very careful and stayed clear of the shallower water, but we caught a lot of fish out here. It was funny, while I was in about 10 feet of water really close to the boiler rocks, a giant swell came up from behind me, but I saw it coming, so I prepared myself, and Quan was adjacent to me about 20 yards away, and I warned him about this swell, which turned into a breaking wave, so he got out of the way, but in no time I was easily 10 feet above him as the swell approached. So again, you just need to be careful out here. I thought this next fish was really big, but it turned out that he just swam into some structure. So I sped up the footage here because it took a while for me to bring him in. You can see that I had to maneuver my kayak around this rock just to free him from the crevice that he swam into. In the end, it turned out to be a keeper sheep's head. Nothing to brag about, but he was right at 12 inches. We covered so much water today, and in front of the boiler rocks I was constantly maneuvering my kayak around, so I had to get rid of my jacket. But here I land a decent sheep's head. This one was easily over 12 inches. The majority of the sheep we were catching today were right on the borderline. They were legal, but I let everything go. But we covered a lot of water today. I mean, we started at the barber poles, went out to the kelp, and then ended up right by the boiler rocks. So with all that activity, I just had to get rid of my jacket. It started to get warm, although it was pretty chilly for the most part. But it was great to be out today, fishing out of Dana Point. Here I'm making my final approach to Baby Beach. You can see Ryan up ahead, and Quan is right behind me. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel and do give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again, you guys.